Yo, it's been a while. Let me just check. Let me check. My audio is working. Is my audio working? Where are we? Give me a shout out. There's one viewer. It's been a while since we did a live, hasn't it? A while. Is the audio working? G'day, Kane. Is the audio working? Yes, it is. Sounds crystal clear. All right. 10 viewers. What's going on, guys? Have you managed to get some breeds in? I know it's been a bit clunky. Happy breeding day. Look, breeding hasn't been smooth as silk, but it's been fun. It's been fun. I've got about, probably like you, I've got many horses that went into breeding and didn't get a horse and then got shut out. That sucks. I messaged Zed, emailed Zed like everyone else, got in the ticket queue, and I don't expect anything to happen, to be honest, because I think by the time they resolve the issue, the horse will be, breeding reset for the most part, and we'll just move on with the game. I do feel sorry for you if you've only got one or two mares and they both got, locked out and you didn't get any horses. That sucks, because I've got, 30 or so mares and probably 6 or 8 got locked out. That kind of would have been nice to have the extra 6 or 8 horses, but, is what it is. It is what it is. Breeding is open. It's working pretty well. I haven't seen too many monsters yet, and I've test run a few of mine. A few okay results, nothing, that I'm really over the moon about. Now, the exciting news. I've got about 20 horses that are going to auction over the next probably 2 weeks. All right, if you have a look in the description below, the first horse that we're going to auction, the link to that horse is in there. All right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's say, what's Kane said? I've bought my MetaMask account from 120 to 500. That's incredible, mate. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. That's awesome. Okay, so we've got a really beautiful horse to auction. Now, what I'm going to do, there is no currently, on OpenSea, there is no current auction system that I can see, like an official auction system. So we're going to use the offers, place the offers, and then tomorrow, at exactly 11 a.m. my time, so roughly 24 hours from now, I'm going to accept the highest offer regardless of the price. Just accept it. All right, so let me switch over here and we'll talk about the first horse. This is the first horse here that is going to auction. We're going to test it out this way, see how it works, and then if it works quite nicely, runs smoothly, we're going to auction a couple of horses every day or two. All right, and the way you can get advance notice, and I'll also do the research behind the horse and tell you all about it, is via the email list. You can, if you're not already on the email list, what are you doing? Jump down, there's a link to sign up for the email list below, and you'll get that advance notice for which horses are up for auction, which ones I'm going to be accepting the following day, etc., etc. And as I said, I also give a bit of a review of what makes this horse special or not so special. There will be some not so special ones, as well. This one is a reasonably special one, and I'll go through why here. So we've got this beautiful rosy brown. I think that's a rare color, is it not? Rosy brown. Have a look on the color chart. I'm pretty sure it is. And it's from Excited Prince and Lovely Witch. Excited Prince is one of the best Z5s in the game, all right? What do I mean by that? Let's have a look here. Excited Prince, he is an absolute beast. 261 races, mostly paid. In fact, let's just switch it over to paid to prove that he is a paid beast, not a pretender. 253, that's how good he is. He's only run 2 free races. Is that right? What did I say the other one was? Oh, free. He's ran 8 free races, so not very many. 253, 20% win rate, just smashing it, and a 70% ROI. These are his first 3 kids. He has produced, I ran one of them called Enchanted Princess. And I'll show you the replay of that race because she absolutely smoked the field. Absolutely smoked it. Not the greatest Griffin odds. She was, I think, a $7. She might have been a $7 favourite, but her performance was really, really eye-catching. Okay, so Excited Prince, he gets pretty good odds. 9s, 8s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 9s. You know, there's a 12 there, which is not the greatest, but you can see generally under 10. 7s there as well. Another 7. 5, hello, very nice. All right, he's managed to work his way up all the way up to Class 1 and Class 2 now. So he doesn't run as much as he used to, but even in Class 1, you can see here, it's not the end of the world. $12, Class 2, 10s to 10, you know, 9s to 12s, even some 8s in Class 2 there as well. But he is a beast. His win rate at 20% is just extraordinary. All right, look at that. The wins versus any other placing. Almost a U-shape, a little bit of 12. We would like to see that a little higher to keep him down. But. You can see the link, yeah, link in the description. Link in the description will give you this page. And what we're doing with this horse is we're making offers here. Click on that, add your offer. Okay, make an offer via there. And the highest offer in 24 hours will win this horse. All right, I'll come back and check that tomorrow. If all goes smoothly, then, you know, I'll add another horse and I'll let everyone know, mainly via the email list. I'm not going to come on here and bug you every single day with a horse. I will do it for the really particularly special horses, but most of the time you'll just know there's a horse on auction via the email list. Okay, so make sure you're on there. Make sure you can see those emails. Check your junk if you can't see the recent emails. Now, Excited Prince is the dad. The mum is Lovely Witch. Now, she is not a gun-paid racer, but she has great pedigree and a great breeding history. If we click on paid, you can see she's only had a couple of paid races. I don't think the odds were particularly special. They're not the worst, are they? For Class 2, 12, 13s, it's respectable. Paid racing, I mean free racing though, 26% winner. You know, she's very, very good. But where it is important for her is she is, if we go find on Zed here for her, I'll answer that question in a moment, Austin. She comes from Wall Street, and Wall Street's known for breeding very talented horses. But Lovely Witch herself has been responsible for some really nice horses. Now, there's some direct offspring here in Montgomery Burns, a 17% paid winner, very, very good. Have a look at him in Know Your Horses and have a look. And Spellbound is also a Class 1 runner, okay? Not profitable. I think she's about 0 ROI, around about break even, but she is pretty talented, you know? And if we click on her, maybe she's got some extra kids down the line that are doing well. I don't know, does she? Yes, she does. So you can see here the grandkids of Lovely Witch here again are producing some reasonably nice horses here, which is great. Now, speaking of grandkids, Lovely Witch is also the grandmother of the famous Pink Man. Okay, let's have a quick look at Pink Man, and then I'll come back and answer your guys' questions. Pink Man, one of the most famous horses in the game, and Lovely Witch is the grandmama. Scrooge McDucky here is the father, and if we click on Scrooge, you will see, there she is, Lovely Witch, the grandmama. All right, so she has some breeding pedigree, both in direct descendants and, you know, that second generation grandkiddies. Now, I did want to show you, let's have a quick look. Enchanted Princess, as I said, is showing some promise from this bloodline. She doesn't have the same mum, but she's got the same dad. She is from Excited Prince, has the one win, $7.14 odds. Was she the favourite? She just was. Let's have a look at this race. A quick replay, because her run was very, very eye-catching. Drop in any other questions, guys. If you have them, drop them in there. Hit the like button, of course. Hit the like button, of course. Skip the intro. So could this unnamed colt be an eye-catching racer like this one? Well, absolutely, I would say. The history is there that these horses, particularly Lovely Witch, has a history of producing. So which one are we looking at? Enchanted Princess, here we go, close to us. To 2200. Look, we don't know the quality of this field yet. In fact, there is one other racer in here that's getting very good odds. I can't remember which one it was though, but I did do some research this morning, and it has had about 15 or 20 races and is getting under 10s. Okay, 1500 to run. Enchanted Princess leaves first and just demolishes them, or pretty much first, which is always a good sign. You know, when they just win by a nose, it's like, oh, was that a lucky one? But I love it when a horse this early just demolishes the field, because it tends to mean that you've got something decent, in my opinion. Let's see if you guys agree. Here she goes now. She's really got a turn of pace on her. She really gaps them. Now we're going to have to change the angle so we can see all the horses back here. Dominic, is it not rendering particularly well? Maybe try a lower HD setting, possibly. There you go. She streaked them. How many seconds in front is she? She must be at least 2. Let's have a countdown, or we'll see it actually when it's finished. Well, I think it might even be closer to 3, which is an impressive gap. She comes. Good looking horse. All right, how many seconds was it? We could have finished my cup of tea in the meantime. Now that excites me. It was nearly 3, 2.8, something like that. So that's exciting stuff. All right, let's go back to full screen. And we'll ask a few questions here, or answer a few questions, sorry. Remember the link to this horse in the description below. There is no reserve. If it goes for 0.01 Ethereum, so be it. I might change my mind on how I sell them if it goes for 0.01, let's be honest. Let's be honest. But a promising looking horse. Now when I say it's a promising looking horse, I can't promise that it's going to be a champion, but you've got one of the best Z5s in the game as the Sire, and one of the most proven breeders in Lovely Witch that's doing very well. The link is in the description of this video, Kane. Okay, and you can also, of course, get that link by signing up to the email list as well. All right, Austin had some cool questions, some good questions. Drop in some questions, guys, if you have them below. Austin asks, what are your thoughts on Zed Run if the ETH price, well, I'm not reading this correctly, but in essence, if the ETH prices start to fly higher, especially if you've talked to the team. Well, it doesn't have much to do with the Zed team, to be honest, because the drop horses are going to be sold out probably in the next couple of months, I would suggest. And then the entire ecosystem is going to be based on Ethereum, and it just comes down to, you know, supply and demand, what the horses are going to be worth. Now, We've seen that generally the prices are, well, I think that for the most part, the prices are more in the aftermarket, the OpenSea market. The prices hold more closely, in my opinion, to Ethereum than what they do USD. And what I mean by that is when Ethereum has halved, the prices might have gone up a little bit in Ethereum to compensate, but they've mostly stayed suppressed a little bit, okay, or closer to what the Ethereum value was. If Ethereum goes flying, I think potentially you could see your horses maybe get a little bit more USD value from them. That is a potential, and you might get a little bit less ETH. I don't know, but it really comes down to supply and demand. If this really takes off and has a second leg up, mass adoption, then we'll see some really good prices. If it doesn't and it sort of sits with the current 50-odd thousand people that we have, then we might see prices start to suppress a little bit as the supply of bred horses starts to flood the market to some degree. I think in the long term, I'm very bullish, but we just have to figure out what these bred horses are worth in the long run. Also, do they have to raise money or when they release the supply price? Makes them enough. I believe, now I don't know this, it's just a rumour, but I believe they've had external funding and that external funding has been complete. So I would say that sets them up for the next, if I had to guess, I'd say they may well be set up for the next 5 years of the roadmap, I would guess. I don't know that for sure though, but I have heard a rumour that there was an external funding or investment phase, angel investors if you like, and that has been complete. I don't know how much. I don't know if it was oversubscribed. I don't know much, do I really, about that? But look, I think of all the NFT projects, Zed looks very well set up to take advantage of the future, mainly because it's established and well funded. Grant asked them about track ownership. They said it's not currently on the roadmap. How can we get these guys more developers? Well, the interesting thing about this is this space, the NFT gaming space has exploded. So everyone wants a good gaming developer, don't they? Everyone. So you can imagine that all the good guys are all signed up to, job-long contracts. Okay, well, you're signed up to this contract until we get to this stage. So it's very hard to get good people, and it's no good just employing any old person because they might make the job worse. If you get a bad coder or whatnot, then they might make the situation worse. So what Zed's been doing, from the best of my knowledge, is been hiring aggressively, but also hiring carefully and considerately. All right, but that's very, very difficult at the moment because game developers are in demand, high demand. There's so many games coming out that everyone wants a game developer. Hope that makes sense. Austin, you chatty fella this morning. Oh, so NFT versus ETH versus USD momentum. Oh man, not financial advice, never financial advice on this channel, but ETH momentum, I don't know. It's hard to say whether we're going down or up at the moment. Obviously, this sideways action could lead, this could be an accumulation phase before we get the next big leg up to the final blow off top, for example, or we could be going into some sort of bear market where we go back down and touch 1,000 USD. Who knows? Or we could just stay somewhat where we are. All of those options are on the table. NFTs look like they're pretty frothy at the moment, like pretty excited up towards the top end of where they're probably going to be in the near term. Not financial advice, just my opinion. So me, myself, I'm keeping an eye on that. I'm investing in good projects, but I'm also sort of keeping a little bit of ETH in reserve just in case some bargains come floating around. It's always when I have no ETH in my wallet that I get an opportunity to buy a beautiful Zed horse with a lot of potential or something like that. So I always want to have a little bit of reserves in case that opportunity comes around. USD, I'm not sure. Has it bottomed and strengthening? It certainly looks that way, but I'm by no means a financial analyst and certainly not a financial advisor. When does the bidding end? Kaylin O'Grady, it ends 24 hours or 23 and a half hours from now. Whatever the time is at your place, 23, add 24 hours, take off 30 minutes, and that's when the bidding ends on this particular horse. There is no official OpenSea auction system on with Zed Run currently on the Matic. There will be in the future. So we're just using we're just going to use, as I said, this make an offer. So just make an offer here. Yep, this horse is worth 6 ETH. No, it's not. If it gets 6 ETH, I will give away a free horse because it won't get to that level. But what is it worth? I don't know. What do you think it's worth? It should be interesting. But yeah, make an offer, make your best offer. You will also, when the offers start coming in, let's refresh. Is there an offer yet? Probably not. Getting nervous. Someone drop an offer on so I can show the... Oh, here we go. There you go. 0.12 by Rocker. Or Rocker. 333. There you go. Kasian also got an offer at 0.1. Come on, mate. 0.1. You weren't never going to get it for 0.1. But let's see how this goes. So you can see who the offers are. We got recommend at 0.1 as well. Obviously that's not showing up because it's not higher. So you need to put in higher than 0.12. And in 24 hours, minus 30 minutes, I will just click on accept offer. All right, whatever it happens to be. I just announced that 1M stuff, so that should be cool. So yeah, you can if you put an offer in for 24 hours, that will be enough. Put it in for 26 hours, that will be enough. Within 24 hours, I will be accepting the top offer, and I'll let you know what that was. And if it all goes smoothly, and it looks to be going smoothly, if it all goes smoothly, we'll continue doing this process. Now, what I'm doing only 24-hour bidding. The reason I'm doing that is I want you and my email list to have the best opportunity to get a horse at the best value money. I don't want to leave it soaking for 7 days or something or other. Make sure we get the most money. I'm not interested in taking all the money off the table. I want it done quick so that you can get a fair price. And look, if it goes well, we might even do something else later down the track to make sure that my email list can get some maybe even cheaper horses, maybe under market price. But at the moment, I'm just testing the market. I don't really know where the market is. Good to see you, Nick. Good to catch you as well. It's been a while since I did a live, hey. I've been so busy, hectically busy with Zed Run and breeding and organising different breeds. When do I think the drop will be announced? Probably they'll tell us some information on that in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would say. Have I heard of Hash Garage? I have, mate. I've got a few Hash Garage cars which are being revealed in a couple of days. I'll do a reveal on this channel. My advice, and not financial, of course, is, and who got that horse the other day? Not financial advice. Well done. Awesome work. My advice with any new projects is treat them all like you're going to lose the money. Whether it be through a rug pull or just a failed venture or whatever, I treat all my projects as a potential failure and put the money in that I'm willing to lose. And if it goes well, happy days. If it goes bad, well, I expected it to go bad. Jamie, not happy with the Zed team. Mate, to be honest, you got to give them some slack. They're doing, in my opinion, they're doing a pretty good job. They've got the most complex game on the blockchain. They're breaking new ground. They've been overwhelmed by the traffic and the popularity of this game, and they're trying to hire and get a team in place for the future. This is not an overnight success story anymore. That has happened. This is now a 5-10 year success story. If you're in here for 5 or 10 years, it's going to be something special, I'm sure of that. Recruit from Brazil, mate. I'm sure they're looking all around the world, you know. These digital projects these days, there is no boundaries to countries for sure. Good to have you here from Brazil, Austin, if that's where you are from. You should look into it if you haven't. I have. And Raya, good to have you here. I hope you're hitting the sub button. Is everyone hitting the sub? You're not hitting the like button. I can tell you that because I can see that over here. 13 likes, 35 viewers. Come on, you're letting me down, guys. I thought we had a deal. When I come on live, you hit the like button. I thought that was a deal. Yeah, breeding limit issue. Yeah, I've got a bunch of horses. I've sent the ticket to Zed, but as I said, I don't hold too many high hopes of them being reset before they reset themselves. Gary, this is the only horse currently. I've got 25 odd horses to sell, ranging from not so great breeding. I've got about probably a handful, 2 or 3 of horses that are not great in their breeding lineage. And then I've got about 20 more horses that have just exceptional breeding lineage. Okay, so we'll test this out. If it works well, probably every 48 hours, I'll drop 2 more horses. So if you want to do a little bit of browsing, horse browsing of what I've got on offer, this is not all of them, but when you click on the link to come to this horse here, you can see owned by 26570. I will change my name on that to Poseidon Auction House today. But you can click on that and browse the other horses and the lineage here. All right, oh, look at that, nice black one. Who else loves a beautiful black beauty like me? Just gorgeous. Black chocolate, I absolutely love it. Probably my favourite colour. It's not even a colour. Oh, it's a colour. All right. What else? Let's have a few more questions, then we'll wrap it up for today. Oh, Jamie, what you've been waiting 4 days to be able to breed with my fillies is twice it's happened to her when breeding limits. Oh, mate, well, that's unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Yeah, hopefully the Zed team, but look, I'm sure they're not prioritising the tickets. They're just going through one at a time. So it depends on how far deep your ticket is to when that will be released. But look, the thing is, right, there's a few of us that are affected more dramatically that only have 1 or 2 horses and they've been locked out without breeding. That sucks. It does suck. I feel for you. But if the option was shut down breeding for another month to then rejig this and get it, hopefully, fingers crossed, right, or just run with it and try and fix it as we're on the move and reset these horses and try and do it, like for the greater good, and coming from me, and I've got 30 mares or whatever, and I only had 8 locked out. Sounds a bit rich, but yeah, I know some like yourself have been significantly affected, and that sucks. Amstaff, I bred 2 decent class 4 horses, 8 to 9 odds, and got an offspring with a 45 Griffin. Should you sell it or keep it for breeding? I don't know, if you can get good money for it, I'd be inclined to probably sell it, but I think the days of breeding donkeys are severely limited, to be honest. You're going to see, I mean, if we go to OpenSea here, I won't switch back on screen. Let me just see what is the cheapest horse already. You know, as we get a couple of months in, these cheap donkeys are going to be hard to sell, in my opinion. What's the cheapest already? 0.079. Honestly, I think we'll start seeing 0.05 and under shortly. I think we'll start approaching break even and even losing money on horses that have been bred and then run and prove to be not very good racers and don't have a great deal of lineage potential, future breeding potential. But, and we could scream out and say, oh, Zed's ruining the marketplace. No, the marketplace is finding its own equilibrium. Because should you make money on a horse that has been bred from 2 donkeys with no great history, and then you race that in a Griffin and it's 45-1 and proves to be a donkey itself. So number one, it's probably not a good racer. Number two, it's probably not a good breeder. Should that be worth more than what you paid to breed for it? No, absolutely not. It should be worth significantly less, in fact, because you've taken all the fun out of it and all the potential is gone. So the market is not ruined, the market is finding its balance. A couple more questions and we'll wrap it up. 41 people, 24 likes. Guys, remember, in the description below, I will switch over here. We are auctioning this horse. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Not that one. Not that one. This one. We're auctioning this horse. No reserve. Look at that. We're up to 0.2. Go, son. 0.2 in the first hour. Where will it end up? I think it will not be 0.2 because this is a very talented horse with very good lineage, with a lot of potential. It's unraced. Could be a great breeder, could be a great racer. Comes from 2 very talented parents, as I mentioned at the start of the video. Jump back and have a listen to the start of the video if you're interested in the history of this horse. The link for this auction is in the description and it runs for roughly another 23 hours. E.T. Appreciate all the info. Thank you, mate. I appreciate you being here. How do you find out the parents of an unnamed foal listed on OpenSea? Here's one here, unnamed foal. See this little square? Click on that. View on Zed Run. Boom. There we go. Excited Prince, lovely witch. And then, I use knowyourhorses.com as my research tool to have a look at the parents, have a look at the different lineage, this, that, and the other, really do my research. Right, do a couple more questions. Breeding back is exceptional, NFT farms. It's so much fun, although I haven't been getting too many great horses in my Griffins, but do you know what that means? I bred like 30 odd horses. There are going to be a handful of good ones in there, I have no doubt about that. I haven't found them yet, so they're still to be unwrapped and found, in my opinion. And knowing my luck lately, they'll be in the unraced ones that I sell. But I had a choice. Do I race every single horse in a Griffin and then sell it based on what I think the potential is? Or do I just sell half of my horses unraced? And I think, I want to be able to sell monsters unraced because I think that gives me a better reputation as a breeder and as a seller. So I want you to buy an unraced monster off me, all right? And then maybe I'll buy it back off you for 10, 20 times the amount, or maybe I'll buy an offspring off you later down the track, or we can breed it back in with one of these gun studs, you know what I mean? Breeding back, exceptional. Z10 Genesis in a 2-4, not going to argue. I like your style. Raced a Z10 Genesis in a 2-4 Griff, got $6.44 odds, best in the race. That's normal. Then it raced in a 16 and 22 and got 44 and 45. At the moment, the Griffins are full of Z20s, Z45s, just absolute donkey horses. So what you tend to see, particularly with the lower Zs, like a Z2 or a 3, a bred Z2 or 3, they will enter a Griffin and they could be $4 or $3. I had one that was $3.50. First paid race, $23. Roughly the same really, isn't it? $3.50 you think, whoa, here we go. $23 you think, not so good. But hopefully the Griffin was in a 24, I think, and the paid was in a 14. So I'll move him back up to 24 and see if he's any good. But this is normal. You've probably got a consistent type horse that was good enough to beat all the donkeys, but not good enough to beat the current monsters. Now you have to weigh up. Do I keep that horse and hope that the classing system in the future opens up a little bit more? Because keep in mind, the classing system I mentioned the other day would have you racing against only newer horses and not racing against Vanilla Bean and Steph Curry, etc., etc. And in that particular scenario, it might be a decent horse. once you remove a lot of those experienced horses. Okay, so yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one. Kaylin just offered on the black chocolate horse. Yeah, guys, you can go through and put offers on the other horses. If I think they're like extraordinarily good offers, I might accept them before I put them live. Okay, how do you see the rest of my horses? You come to the link that is in the description and click on the owned by wallet here. See that? Just, whoop. The owned by, see owned by wallet here? Click on that, you'll see all those horses. So apparently Kaylin just put an offer on the black chocolate. I think you might be out of your, yeah, I'm not sure that's going to be one that I'll accept. How many decimal fractions of an ETH have you given me? A couple of dollars by the look of it. Admission paid. But yeah, go through. If the offer's good enough, I might consider it. But for the most part, I will be putting them. I think I'll probably put this batch all live. But look, heck, if there's an offer of 1 or 2 ETH, I will take it seriously if I think it's fair value. Dallas asks, have I ever gotten 45 odds in a Griffey and other lengths and sub 10 in different lengths? No, I have seen horses with, yeah, maybe not sub 10, but about 12 or 13s at other lengths. But in saying that, there are some pretty epic one distance runners at the moment that tend to be absolute monsters at say 2400 and then absolute rubbish down low. So it's not common, but you might, yeah, every now and again you do see something similar to what you're talking about. Trip, 333 trip says 0.5 for the excited Prince foal is their guess. You might be on the money there, I'm not too sure. I got a feeling it could be a little bit more than that, fractionally, but I don't know. It is what it is. Playing the long-term game, long-term investment, yeah. Frustrated as being trying to breed, yeah. Waiting for breed that long and then getting stuck sucks. MDD, the free horse drop. I'm assuming we're going to get notification of that today, sometime in the next 12 hours. I don't know for sure, but maybe. Shankar, me mate, Shankar. Shannon Sakovitz says hello, watching from work. You, Shankar, how are you, mate? Get back to bloody work, mate. It's nearly lunchtime. You can watch it in lunchtime. Shankar's got a nice little horse you should have a look at in the stud farm. Shout out to Shank. If we can get his last cover, he would be doing backflips. The name is Krugs, one of the coolest names. It's a rare Bollywood colour. Krugs, K-R-U-G-Z. Look it up. It's in there for about $220 US, and it's a solid horse, a very talented horse. It's got one cover left. No, it doesn't cost any money to put the colt in for breeding. $1 million drop, I expect news today. Need a maiden class like real horses. Yes, we do. Did you watch, Jamie, my class video yesterday? That touched on that exact subject. All right, guys. Go the Krugsy. All right, we'll wrap that up there. Keep in mind, as I said, we are auctioning this chappie here. Oh, 0.25. Going well, guys, going well. We'll keep an eye on that and I'll let you know what it went for in the next video. If it goes smoothly, and it looks like it is going smoothly, keep your eye on the email list. Make sure you hit that link in the description, join the email list, and I'll put out 2 horses roughly every 2 days in this same style, offer style. And they'll only run for 24 hours. I'll accept them after the 24 hours, and then hopefully you guys get a good price. Now, because the way that OpenSea works, no one else will know except if you're following this channel or following the email list, no one else will know that those horses are in fact going for auction. So the likelihood is there'll be some bargains, some good value horses. There'll be some good value horses and some, I've got no doubt there's some super talented horses within the bunch. Yes, Van Dung, these are my new bred horses. If you click on my wallet here, as I said before, owned by, the link to this horse is in the description. Click on my wallet. These are all the horses. You can do some browsing. There will be a few more as well. And if you wanted to do some research, you click on the horse here and then click up on view in Zed Run, view on Zed Run. View on Zed Run, and you can see this one's from Multitask, very talented horse in itself, and Astro, a Z10. How's that going to go? Interesting combination of a Finny with a Buterin. And we've got a Royal Blue. I think, is that rare? Royal Blue rare? I think it is. Beautiful. Van Dung, you participate by making an offer. So the link to the specific horse that is for sale, which is this one here. Go back to the start of the video actually, Van Dung, and also sign up to the email list, the Advanced Offspring email list in the description below. Sign up to that email list and you'll get the advance notice. I also do the horse research for you and tell you the key points, the bad points and everything in between as these horses come up, and then you get 24 hours to make your top bid and I accept after that. As I said, no one else other than you guys will know these horses are for sale, so they're just going to quietly go off into your stables. All right, awesome dudes. Thanks again for watching along. Hit the like button on the way out. If you're not subscribed, what's doing? Why not? Hit the sub button. If I find out that you're not subscribed and buying my horses, I probably can't do anything. I can't ban you, I can't do anything. And anyway, I enjoy your bidding on my horses, so it doesn't really matter. All right, rambling. Let's go. Shanks, good to see you if you're still there. We'll chat again soon, mate. And everyone else, bye for now.